Hey, Fast Pitch fans, welcome back. Today we're going to get back into our series on common hitting mistakes and what you can do to fix them. We talked about the first two, which is the eyes and then dropping the hands. This video is going to talk about the hips. A lot of young hitters don't use their hips properly. They don't use them soon enough and they don't use them all the way. The hips are really important for a lot of different reasons. They create power, and they also tell your hands and your arms what to do. If your hips aren't moving at the right time and the right way, then your upper body doesn't quite know what to do, and your hands do wrong things. So first I'm going to point out some of the things that young hitters will do with their hips. So get your stance, Bennett. So a lot of young batters, they will not even use their hips at all. They'll swing and they will finish with their belly and their toes still pointed at home plate. We don't need a ball yet. Go ahead, take a swing. So, didn't move his hips at all. Everything is still pointed this way. No power, and then the arms and the hands don't know what to do. A lot of batters will try to turn their hips, but they'll keep this back foot locked into place, and that's painful to watch, but also locks you in, and it doesn't let you turn your hips. Go ahead, Bennett. You can do it in slow motion so hurt yourself. So you can see he's trying to turn his hips. His back foot didn't move. So it's really important to unlock from the ground up. You have to let that back foot go, then drive the back knee down and forward, then the hip goes forward, like we talked about in our first series, our 6-step series on hitting. All right, the next thing that batters will do, they won't use their hips all the way, or they won't use them at the right time. So they'll do it right, but they'll do it very late. So they'll start their swing, and then once they're starting to make contact with the ball, now they'll start to turn their hips. And then they'll finish like that, so they think that they're doing it correctly, but they didn't. The hips have to go first. Because if this hip is in the way, while you're swinging, your hip's in the way, your arms are gonna go around it. Your elbow is going to keep going forward, and it won't lock into this nice slot that we have here for it. And then it's going to get way out here, and then you're going to drop your hands and drop your barrel, and you'll be weak and slow. So what we want to talk about here is some fixes, some drills that you guys can do at home in order to teach your hips the right things to do at the right time. All right, the first drill I got for you is a 3-step swing. So what you're going to do is pause in between each of the 3 steps. Step 1, you're going to do your load and step. Step 2, you're going to fire your hips to keep your hands back here. Just unlock them a little bit, and then step 3, you're going to swing. So you can feel the pause between your hips and your hands. So you do lots of those reps every day. You can do them in slow motion, you can do them at regular speed. So it'll be a 1, 2, 3. Go ahead, Bennett, show them. 1, 2, 3. Boom. So you get the feel. Okay, another thing that we can do is we can preload the hips and keep the hands back. So hands stay back here. You preload your hips as if you're swinging about halfway. Drive this back knee down and forward, drive this forward, and now you feel that stretch. It should be kind of uncomfortable between your hands and your hips, and then you swing. And then keep your hands back, stretch your hands back, keep your hips where they were, and then swing again. Boom, preloaded hips drill. That's another good one. Also, you can do a closed stance drill. So instead of starting with your feet on a straight line, take your back foot and you move it way back here. So now this back hip has to travel a lot farther. It's called the exaggeration drill. Back hip goes farther, teaches you to really twist it hard. Go ahead. Boom. So he still wants to finish with his belly button pointed at the pitcher. So that back hip is really going to have to move far in this drill. The other thing you can do is take the bat, put it behind your back, put it on your elbows. No, down low. Sorry. Not on your elbow. Yeah, right there. Except you used the wrong end of the bat. Let's turn it around. It'll be a little easier. There we go. Okay, now you get closer to the plate. And stand, move forward. There, right there. And now you're going to twist your hips and try to hit the ball off the tee with that. You won't be able to hit it very hard, but you really got to throw that back hip and that back shoulder forward to make the barrel travel all the way. The other thing you can do is put it in front of you on your elbows, like so. Get in your stance. Put this right in front of right inside your front foot. And now you're going to twist your hips and you're going to finish with the barrel over the ball and your head over the barrel. So you have to turn your hips hard and drive them forward hard for this drill to work. The other thing you can do without a bat, last drill, is you can take your top hand, pretend you have a bat, take your top hand and punch it down at the ball. And now stop and look and make sure your hips are going forward with that hand. So this takes the bat out of the equation. You can focus more on your hips and then a little bit of the hands because your top hand punches. So these are some easy drills you can do at home. You got to do them over and over and over again to ingrain it into your brain to make your body do it without even thinking about it. So keep your eyes out for our next video. Don't forget to subscribe.